We're here with Sanjaya. Sanjaya, what brings you to India? How's it been?
I'm here. We just finished shooting.
We're here with Sanjaya. Sanjaya, what brings you to India? How's it been?
I'm here. We just finished shooting a commercial for Nationwide, and it's been a blast. I've never actually shot a commercial, so we did the 4 music video things on American Idol, but I've never actually shot a commercial with myself in it, so that was a really cool experience. The Nationwide has been awesome. All the people connected with Nationwide have been awesome, so it's just been a really good experience.
And have you recorded any music?
Not here, but I'm currently in the process of recording my album and writing music for it. So.
And now, how often do you come to India?
I've only ever been here once before in 5th grade, just to meet family and to just see India for the first time. So this is my 2nd time here, and it's a very different experience because the first time I was staying in my family's houses and like in little villages, and we went to Bangladesh as well. So like in a little grass hut in Bangladesh, and now I'm staying in nice hotels and all lavish, and so it's definitely a very different experience, but it's cool to see the 2 different sides.
And how has your reception been thus far in India? Do people recognize you from American Idol as they would in the States?
It's not, the recognition isn't at all like it is in the States. I think that when people recognize me, they're a little more coy. They're not as likely to come up to me and say, "Oh, Sanjaya, I'm a big fan," or whatever. If they recognize me, they're going to be a little more like reserved and just acknowledged from afar. So it's very different than in America, because in America people will actually come up to you and talk to you.
Did you see yourself ever getting involved in the Indian entertainment scene, be it Bollywood or kind of music?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very interested in exploring the Indian entertainment industry. I'd like to kind of watch it a little bit and pay attention to it as an artist before I dive into it, but because I've seen it before, but never as someone who would ever be involved in it, because I've never necessarily thought that I would have the opportunity. So now, like if I see a Bollywood movie, I think of all the background things, all the things that they do before they shoot and after they shoot, and what's going on behind the scenes and stuff. So it's a cool perspective.
So did you grow up watching Bollywood?
My father always watched Bollywood when I was growing up, so I saw it. I never really understood it because I don't speak Hindi, but I'd ask him what was going on, and as it was going, he'd kind of overdub in English. So I was able to watch it from that perspective, but I wasn't like I wouldn't be able to necessarily say what my favorite Bollywood movie is or anything like that, because I haven't really been able to understand them. So.
But I asked you this earlier. Do you feel like you're more American, or do you identify with your Indianness, or is it somehow a mishmash?
I think that it's definitely a mishmash, because I have, well, people have told me that I have kind of Asian, I guess, characteristics, like, I don't know, but at the same time, I can be very kind of loud and American, and my mom's actually Italian, so I have that kind of outgoing, loud Italian side of me as well, but I guess I would say that I identify with both in different ways, and I'm not one thing, I'm a mix, so I embrace that.
So do you consider yourself like an NRI, or are you involved in the NRI community, per se?
NRI?
Non-resident Indian?
Oh, not, I guess to a certain extent, but not, like, I wouldn't, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily put myself in that, because then I don't live my life as necessarily a, like, NRI, that's, like, an Indian. I mean, to a certain extent I do, but, like, I don't know. That's a hard question. I've never been asked that question, so, yeah, I don't know.
And have you been keeping in touch with the American Idol people, and have you seen the most recent season and its ending?
Yeah, I was actually at the finale of the most recent season, and I wanted to watch this past season because like I said with the Bollywood movies, I was able to watch it from a different perspective, because I know, especially on American Idol, I know exactly what goes on behind the scenes. I know exactly everything that they're going through in the week before they they perform, and it's just to be able to watch it from that perspective gives you a totally different idea of like what they're going through, and maybe if they don't necessarily sing to their full potential, you kind of feel for them because you know that they've been stressed out, they haven't been able to sleep a lot, they haven't necessarily been able to practice as much as you would think because they have a lot of things that they have to do throughout the week. So I made a point to pay attention to this season for that reason, and I have kept in touch with the other idols from my season. When I went to the finale, I saw a couple of them. It was cool to be able to kind of reconnect and have a little bit of a reunion, and every once in a while I'll randomly text one of them just to see how they're doing, and on Mother's Day I texted them all and wished them Happy Mother's Day, and just because it's when you go through something like that with people, you get really close. It's like a family because you're going through the same thing. They're the only people that really understand what you're going through because they're going through exactly the same thing with you. So you kind of form a bond that you can't really form with anyone else.
So what have you been doing post American Idol, and what's been taking up your time?
Mainly travel. I've been traveling all over, meeting different musicians and producers and stuff, just kind of getting a feel for the international music scene and international music in general, because that's kind of my goal, is to be an international artist. I don't want to limit myself to just America, because I think that I'm able to do that, and to be able to do that I'd feel more fulfilled. And so I've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of kind of musical research, and I've been getting songs together for an album. I've started recording and working with producers, and just keeping busy.
So you said musical research. What sort of things have you learned on your trips?
Well, I've just learned about different, like, where different cultural musicians come from. Like, I went to Japan and I met a couple musicians there, and just to be able to watch them do what they do what I do, I was able to see kind of a different perspective, a different kind of upbringing, because every musician is different in their own way, and culture has a lot to do with it, and how you are brought up, where you live, how you live really has to do with the kind of music that you put out, because I always say that music comes from your soul. If you're a true musician, then it comes from your soul, and your soul is influenced very much by where you come from and how you were brought up. So I've just been kind of watching that and paying attention to that, and seeing just where they come from as an artist. So.
And now, are you familiar with Indian Idol?
Yes, I am. When I heard about it, I was really, really interested to watch it, because Indian music in general is just so much more complex than any American singer. Just down to the technical, the technical aspect of Indian music is so complex. I was really interested to see the Indian idols, the people that are chosen to be the top of India. To be able to witness that is, I feel like, an honor. So yeah, I definitely paid attention.
And so did you have a lot of Indian music as an influence when you were younger?
I listened to a lot of Indian music. Both my parents lived in the temple, so as I was growing up, I went to the temple and I sang the temple songs, and when we were going on road trips, I'd sing them and stuff. But as far as Indian pop music, I wasn't necessarily, I didn't really have exposure to that as much. But as I grow up and as I have been kind of doing musical research, I've been interested in finding out the similarities and differences between Indian pop music and American pop music, because there are a lot. Even in this trip, I've been watching the Indian music television stations, and just seeing that there's a lot of American influence in the pop music, and you watch the pop singers, and it's kind of funny. It's like seeing Justin Timberlake, but with really colorful clothes, dancing around and singing ridiculous amounts more little notes in between all the other notes, and so it's really cool to kind of see that music is a universal language and it all kind of goes together.